Hey guys, how's it going? Awesome to see all the super fans here. Wow, there's so many people in the audience. That's my joke for tonight. All right, so I'm keeping up with the theme, and we're going to talk about Stargaze 2.0. All right, so Stargaze is going to be 1 year old in a month from now, so I'm going to do a little recap. So mainnet launched in October of last year. We did a liquidity bootstrapping pool on Osmosis, where we got a loan of Osmo to kickstart the LVP. This was a first of its kind DAO-to-DAO loan, and Axelar is launching using the, pretty much the same way later this week. In March, we launched the Launchpad, and in May, we launched the Marketplace. Let's go over some of the numbers. There's been over 600 NFT collections launched on Stargaze. That's over 700,000 NFTs, and 68 million stars, 7 million USD in primary sales has been paid out to the creators so far. And also 6 million stars in secondary sales and royalties. Half Stargaze users are coming from Kepler Mobile. If you guys haven't used it yet, give it a shot. It's really a first-class marketplace minting experience on Kepler. So Stargaze really wouldn't be what it is without its creators. So let's give them a bit of a spotlight. Andromeda, they launched Stargaze Punks and a bunch of other collections. I'm sure some of you here have some of the punks. They're also working on a play-to-own game, and also launching their own blockchain. So shout out to Andromeda. PS Labs, they're a team from Terra, and they built this kind of DALL-E-like AI art service. So they use Stargaze NFTs as access tokens, and then you can go to the website and you can mint really interesting AI-generated art. Space Ape Society, they're another project that came over from Terra. They launched these pretty funky apes, and you can also mint this mutant serum, and you can burn the serum and send the ape to a vault, and then it mints this pretty rad mutant ape. And there's a bunch of projects in Stargaze that have kind of done this burn to mint kind of thing. All right. So let's do a little recap of the tokenomics and fees of Stargaze. As you guys may know, it's an app chain. It kind of uses the Osmosis tokenomics model. Inflation is reduced by a third every year. There's a max supply of 4 billion stars, and Stargaze has 0 gas. One thing that's different, though, it does have fees for certain things like minting and trading, but these are really kind of minimal fees. Stargaze is designed to be minimally extractive. We don't try to gouge creators for money at all. Stargaze is built as a public good. The way the fee mechanic works is that 50% of it is burned and 50% goes back to stakers. So the more Stargaze is used, the more supply is burned and staked. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the updates. Launchpad V2 is launching very soon. One of the main features of it is random minting. Now it's kind of it's easy to snipe because you can know what the next token ID is, and you can get the data from IPFS. But we found a way to do random minting in real time. In a lot of other chains, you would mint and then come 2 days later and see what you got. But in Stargaze, you can do it in real time. We're also working with this new chain that's launching called Noise Network, where you can get randomness over IBC and make this even stronger. Another interesting thing about Launchpad is community-owned contracts. I think we're not on the latest version of my slides, unfortunately, but I'll still go through this. The interesting thing about this is that governance can vote on every parameter on the contracts. And we're also launching verification of collections. So now governments can vote on collections, and there'll be like a little badge in the marketplace. Marketplace V1, the update to it, one of the main updates to it is auctions and bidding. So this is pretty much a no-brainer for marketplaces, increases the liquidity in the marketplace. And trade filtering. This is a feature I'm really excited about. I've been trying to find the perfect bad kid, and I don't have one yet because I can't find the one I want. So with this one, you'll be able to, select the background. You can maybe, if you want an astronaut, if you want a bad girl even, you can go and find the perfect one. All right, so Stargaze is a Cosmoverse chain. Anyone can build on it. So there's a bunch of projects that have built on it, so let's talk about some of them. Badges by Larry0x is a POAP project with on-chain metadata, and he just released this POAP to celebrate the launch of Mars V2. And this got launched on Stargaze in pretty much under a week. All he had to do is submit a Commonwealth post with the Cosmoverse code. We went over the code as a team, and then he uploaded it to governance, and then it was live on Stargaze in 3 days. Is there any way to get the new versions of my slides on? If possible, that would be awesome. So then, another project that I'm very excited about, so bridging Ethereum users is something that I always wanted to do, or Stargaze always wanted to do. And we're working with Levana on this, and some of you may know Levana as a project from Terra, and now they're launching a bunch of projects on various Cosmos chains. The way it's going to work is that they're going to airdrop some ETH stars to these Rect Dragon holders, which is an Ethereum collection. And then those users are going to bridge over ETH stars, over Gravity Bridge, to Stargaze. And then they're going to be able to claim an airdrop of stars and also Winter Palace NFT, which is a collection that they're working on. So this is kind of our first pilot project with Ethereum. And there's going to be more after this. Pegasus is a swapping protocol, another third-party protocol that lets you swap a basket of NFTs with another basket of NFTs. Hubble Tools is a rarity tool that also has a lot of kind of live streaming where you can kind of, it's really fun. It's like a block explorer, but you kind of see everything in real time what's going on Stargaze. All right, so you guys were here for some new stuff, right? You guys want to get some alpha. Okay, so I think this requires a little bit of a backstory. So kind of the origin story for Stargaze was it started in early 2020. We were building this kind of like decentralized Twitter type thing. In retrospect, I think it was kind of a bad idea, but even now, it's a little too early to build something like this in Cosmos. But when we were building it, we realized that the native content type is NFTs, and there's no NFTs in Cosmos yet. So we had to make NFTs a thing in Cosmos first. And we did that. We made NFTs a thing in Cosmos. And most of the functionality for Launchpad and Marketplace, the basic functionality is now done. And now we can move on to the next phase of Stargaze where we start building around it, building on top of it, and adding value to Marketplace. So we kind of broke this up into two parts, vertical and horizontal. And vertical is like, the internal Stargaze ecosystem stuff, and horizontal is external IBC stuff. So vertical integration, one of the things we're launching is splits. We've been talking to a couple of record labels, and they really want this feature. And basically, you can have various accounts. They can have different weights. And when they earn minting revenue and royalties, they can get distributed across all the accounts. And looks like I am getting my new slides. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So a lot of people has been asking, when DAOs? You know, DAOs don't really make sense until you have commerce, right? They're like the business entity of kind of the blockchain world. And now that we have commerce, we can start building DAOs. So we're building these NFT collection-based DAOs. It's pretty much NFT collection wrapped in a DAO. And you have voting power based on how many NFTs you own in that collection. So let's hypothetically say we have a Bad Kids DAO. If you have 4, you have more voting power than 2. And then the treasury can manage all the funds that's coming in from royalties and so forth, and the members can vote on what to do with those funds. Another thing we're launching is called Stargaze Daily. So right now, the way collections launch is that they build a little hype, and then they do a really big drop. They try to sell out as fast as they can, and then they either continue building or they don't, right? How can we make this more sustainable, more intentional? So the way Stargaze Daily works is that it'll be just one NFT auction per day, and the winner of this auction becomes a member of the DAO, and the mint proceeds go into the DAO. So it's a much more kind of slow, sustainable, intentional way of raising money and building a project. Horizontal integration. So this is when we connect to IBC and IBC-fy everything. So obviously, Marketplace needs IBC integration. So the way this is going to work is that there's going to be a bunch of ways to talk to Marketplace and be able to list and bid and do all their operations on it through interchain accounts and interchain queries. And other CosmoWasm chains can also talk to Marketplace over this IBC proxy contract. So you pretty much deploy this IBC proxy contract on the CosmoWasm chain, and then you can use IBC NFT transfers. You can send an NFT to it, and then it can go and list it on the Marketplace, and kind of it just like wraps around all the IBC operations for you. All right, here's something new we're working on: IBC name service. Right? There's been a bunch of like attempts at name services in Cosmos, but like none of them have really taken off. And you kind of need a marketplace to be able to trade names. So a name service in Stargaze is something that really makes sense. But there's a lot of problems with existing name services. The renewal prices aren't market-based like in ENS. And some of the NFT-based ones, you just buy a name and squat forever, which is unfair. So the way it works in Stargaze is that, let's say your name is Cedo, and you want to buy Cedo.stars, right? You go to the name service, you buy it, and then it immediately gets listed on the marketplace. And now anyone can bid on it now, right? So let's say Zaki puts in 10 million stars to bid on Cedo.stars for some reason. Now Cedo can either accept the bid or he can just hold on to that name, but in 1 year, he has to pay 0.5% of the highest bid. So now the renewal prices are market-based. It's based on the highest bid. So this prevents like long-term squatting because you still have to pay the renewal fee, but it's a fair fee. And also there's opportunity costs, right, for Zaki, right? Because he has to put in that bid, that 10 million stars is going to stay in the marketplace until the bid is accepted. So we think this is a very fair way of building a name service. All right, IBC NFT transfers. Now this is a true kind of interchain project. There's many teams involved with this. Gravity Bridge. Michael Scotto from Stargaze was running the effort. Zeke Medley did a lot of the Cos and Watson work on this. Also, people from Arc Protocol were involved. And we're very, very close to getting this working. Any one of you are going to be at Hack Atom. We're going to be working on this. Please stop by. But I'm not going to go into details on how this works. But yeah, you can transfer NFTs between chains. Third-party integrations. We're the second chain to launch on Stride, liquid staking, working on Quicksilver as well. There's a bunch of new wallets, Cosmos Station, Leap, Omni. Also working with Kato and Noba on on-chain fiat on-ramps. Sorry, fiat on-ramps. All right. When NFT staking? I think I first talked about this like October of last year, but we didn't build it yet because we wanted to do it right. So kind of here's how it works right now, right? At least on like Ethereum and other chains, you kind of lock the NFT up for a period of time. It's not really doing anything. You're farming some like questionable governance token, and it's not really proof of stake, right? You're just earning some kind of yield, and it reduces trading volume. That's the opposite of what you want from a marketplace. So we designed this thing called Supercool NFT staking, kind of hat tip to superfluid staking. And the way it works is that you can charge up an NFT by adding stars to it, and then you can stake it on a validator. And then when you do this, you can earn proof of stake yield on it. And also, Stargaze has a sizable pool for NFT incentives, and now you can start earning yield on up to the floor price of the NFT. And as the floor price changes every day, you earn kind of daily yield on top of the staking yield. So the advantages of this is one of the obvious ones, prevents NFTs from losing their value, and it increases movement of the floor price, because if you have a really rare NFT, you may not want to use this. You may be better off trading it in the marketplace. But if it's a floor NFT, you may want to Supercool stake it and earn additional yield on it. So especially after IBC NFT transfers, this will attract more NFTs to Stargaze, and it also secures the chain at the same time. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. We're having a party on Friday at Panorama Rooftop Bar, so come and join us. Thank you.